Welcome everyone, this is our Wednesday Wisdom where we go over tips, tricks, and information on band instrument repair. Today we're going to give you a sneak preview of the Dent course that we're going to have tomorrow, April 20th. We do have the professor of the course here with us, our guest Ryan Walker.
It's Mr. Professor to you.
Mr. Professor, sorry about that, sir. We are going to be showing you a bunch of tools and a couple of different areas you can use them on saxophone. This is going to be a virtual course which you can take anytime tomorrow, or it's also going to be recorded so you can take it anytime at your leisure if you sign up for the course. And of course, it is going to be happening tomorrow, April 20th at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and you can sign up for the course up until 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time today. We have a hashtag for today. Now, if you are getting, sorry, before I get to that, let me just back up a little bit. If you are getting into the trade of repair, you'll notice on the screen that we do have a in-person course. So this course tomorrow on April 20th is virtual, so you can take it at your leisure. But we do have an in-person course on June 26th, I think. I have it in my notes. I know you guys can.
26th through the 29th.
Thank you, Ryan.
Saxophone basics done right.
Professor. Yes, sir. So we're going to have an in-person course, so you get to see a lot of the nuanced techniques that Ryan will show you in person as well. So this is kind of a great hors d'oeuvre kind of palate cleanser.
It is. Yeah, it's a
real
little,
where you can
taste.
you'll be able to get your hands dirty and get your hands on the tools, so to speak, in June. So check out the education of MusicMedic.com for that. And of course, we do have a hashtag for you today. That's going to be Saxophone Dent. Make sure you put that in the comments below. That's going to give you a chance to win 15% off any of the courses that we have coming up in 2023, including tomorrow. So if you guys put this in the comments below, you could also send me an email to richrich@musicmedic.com, and we'll go through and try to get another one of the winners for Professor Walker here. We do have a winner for this week, and that username is, it's two words. It's LA_KE. So it's not Lake.
Lake, space
Lake, Lockheed, I'm not sure, but sir, ma'am, make sure you send me an email to richrch@musicmedic.com, and I will get you your discount code for the courses that we have coming up. Ryan, so we've got our Dent course coming up, so let's take a look at some of the tooling that we're going to use. Why don't we start from, say, the smallest to the largest?
Largest to the biggest.
Okay.
Absolutely.
All right,
yes.
so what do you have? So this is, Ryan's going to give you a sense of the different tooling that we're going to go over, and probably not show everything though, because we've got to leave some for tomorrow.
Yeah, we got to leave something for tomorrow.
Okay.
It's a whole day event. It's going to be a lot of fun, a lot of tips and tricks. I was preparing, well, for quite a while here, and obviously this is a little teaser about it. So we're going to show you a couple of the little tools that we have, like Rich said, in order from smallest to largest. This is our flute dent barrel. This screws on to the, what is this?
That's 3/8
Yep. Threads. Usually most dent rods have two types of threads. This is the smaller of the two. This is originally designed to use on flutes where you can't get a flute body mandrel into it. You can use this, but this will also work on certain areas of saxophone. Obviously, the smaller, diameter tubing, you could use this in a neck area, top end of a alto, or even a soprano. But these are very handy. You can see the screws just right on like so. This is your working area right here. So.
Okay, and that space on the end there is so you can fit a pair of flat-jawed pliers.
Yeah, tighten it up.
Very cool.
Loosen it up.
Okay, good, Ryan. So that's number one. Let's just keep it rolling. Let's
keep it rolling.
The next one. The next one. Why don't we do? How about slotted barrels?
Slotted barrels.
We're switching over to saxophone tools. These are saxophone-specific dent tools. And Ryan, where are these used on the instrument?
These are used mainly in the straight body section, so that you don't have to actually remove the body tube from the bow and bell section because they have a slot. And this is to allow for the body octave pip to pass through. So that allows you then to do any kind of dent work. The smaller one is for alto, the larger one being for tenor. When you have these on your actual dent rod, and these screw on to the half 13?
Yes.
Half 13 threads, which you can see are the larger ones here. When you have these screwed on and when you're working with them, you want to have that slot, which you can see right there, on the underside. Okay. Because this is going to be my working area right here. So I have my slot on the underside. I'm going to have my working area right here to remove my dents from the body tube. This obviously smaller one would be for alto. The larger one you can see right there would be for tenor. And there again is my slot. So when I have it on, I want to have that slot on the underside, the 6 o'clock position.
Okay, very good.
Okay.
Let's show them now a different barrel, something, this is going to be a little larger, and we can talk about what types of, or what areas of the saxophone that you can use this larger barrel on.
Yes, this is our 7-inch dent barrel, and you're probably saying, hey, that's not 7 inches big. Well, it's this curve right here. If you were to draw a circle with a 7-inch, I believe, diameter, this is what you would get. Radius, circumference, or
something,
whatever. If you just, yeah, it's about the size of a baritone saxophone bell, this curve. But this is used for larger areas, usually straighter sections of the body, like the body tube. If you're working on tenor around the right-hand area. Oh, here we go. You know, so, you know, if I were working in this area, you can see this is big enough. Obviously, you would have to do some disassembly for most instruments, but if you're doing some dent work on it, that's pretty bad. You're going to have to disassemble anyway. But this works in the larger area of the straight body tube and also in the bell section, usually from about here to about here.
So you're not going to be putting this down into the bow of the instrument?
Nope. And the bow, I would use I would use Dent Balls, which we'll talk about why during the day course, which is tomorrow, April 20th, from 9 whatever Eastern Pacific
9 a.m.
time.
Eastern time, and it's going to go for, is it a full day? Or
it's TBD. It kind of goes, it'll go at least half a day.
Okay, very
so
good.
we'll at least get half a day in, you know, talking about all the tools and all the techniques, and then have some demos, some live.
So there are going to be live demos. Very cool. So for each of the tools that we're showing, you're going to have a demonstration.
Yes,
very cool. Let's show them the next, which is going to be the light bulb, or as we call them at MusicMedic.com, the teardrop shaped dent balls. These are a shape that we developed here at MusicMedic, and this is something that we have incorporated for using a rebound method. Now, Ryan, the rebound method is a very specific band repair technique. Are you going to be showing how to do that?
I will. Yes, I'll be putting up rebounds like I don't know, LeBron James. Does he do rebounds?
He's a rebounder.
He's a baseball guy, right? But we have our light bulb or our teardrop dent ball, and these are good for rounded sections. So if I'm using this, let's say in this bow area, you know, you can get in here and all of these compound curves.
And that little, and I do know that little recess there allows you to kind of get a little more room in the bow section area. So when that goes into the bow, it gives you a little more clearance around the edge of the body to bow band there, or bell to bow.
Even on the inside as well in here. I've seen it where, you know, people have tried to use dent rods and whatever type of ball or barrel, and this usually gets blown out. This has that little kind of cutout that you can get around that area.
And so you're going to show some specific areas and techniques on how to use this tooling as well. Very cool.
Absolutely.
Okay, so let's move right along. Why don't we go to... let's talk about the bell a little more. Can we show them the bell rim tools?
Bell rim tools.
So bell rim tools are also made here at MusicMedic, and this is something that is going to allow you to get up under the bell flare.
Rim tools. There we are. So we have one for alto. This is one right here, and then one for tenor.
Yeah.
And they are double-sided, which means if we're looking at the tenor right here, if I have a tenor vintage tenor, I'm going to screw it into this side right here, and this curve has my vintage tenor bell shape. If I flip it over, this right here says tenor modern. I'm going to screw it into this side. Well, I have my demo back here is a vintage tenor, so I'm going to screw it into this side. I need to flip my dent rod over. No worries. So there's my vintage tenor. I'm going to screw it in this side like so. I'll have it positioned somewhat like this, a little bit upright, and this will allow me to remove any dents in the actual bell rim. This is a tough area right here, okay, especially when you get up right next to this rolled bead. It's very difficult. So this, you can see, has that contour where I can lay it up just like so.
Sorry about that.
Okay, no, you're good. And then I would get in here usually with maybe a dent hammer, maybe a roller, maybe a burnisher, but just to kind of form this to this shape right here.
And Ryan, while you have this set of tooling, why don't we also show them a roller itself? We do have a tool that we make here at MusicMedic. There are various rollers that you can use in saxophone repair, but this one is...
There are many rollers out there. This is my roller right here, which is the slide lock roller tool. I absolutely love this tool. This has really taken my dent work game up a few notches, getting smooth dent work where I'm actually rolling using this rolling burnisher. It's actually two-sided. You can see one side here rolls, the other side here also rolls, and this tapered end is shaped, and you can see how it just makes really nice work using the bell rim tool and then some kind of sliding or sort of rolling burnisher. I can also bring this out and use it just the handpiece alone.
Very cool.
Or I could put this back in here like so, and then I can use my power bar, screw this into the end, switch that guy out, and then I have a lot of force here. We may even talk, or I might even show you a quick little sample of a prototype. There's a prototype attachment. That's it. That's all you get to see.
Whoa,
If you want to see more
what is going on there?
of that prototype attachment for the slide lock roller tool, you guys have to sign up for the day course, or you could go ahead and put saxophone dent. There it is. Oh, well, there it was. Sorry. Saxophone, hashtag saxophone dent. There it is.
We're doing our best.
We're trying. We're trying,
we don't
folks.
have, there's no
Okay.
grips around to help.
Yeah, it was a late night, so give us a break.
So so Ryan, that's gonna be a roller that we're gonna use, and then let's talk about how about a body straightening? Are you gonna talk about body straightening,
Yes.
and if there are any specific tools that we can show them for straightening a saxophone body?
Body slam. Yes, I will talk about straightening a body because that again is included in not necessarily dent work, but definitely body work. You have to have a straight body,
Yes.
do dents and all that fun stuff. And I will talk about kind of, a brief overview of the Uberhaul procedures as far as dent work goes and how we do it here. But this is the tool that I'm going to be using to straighten a body. It's our body slam tool. And if you sign up for the course, I'll tell you why I have masking tape around this.
Very
Okay,
cool.
I'm not going to tell you now, but I will tell you if you sign up for the course, which is tomorrow.
Tomorrow, that's right, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's also being recorded, so if you can't make the course, we'll send you the recording of it, and that's included in the price of admission. Now, Ryan, I have a question for you. Do they need these tools to actually participate in the course?
You do not. You do not need these tools. I will suggest, if you don't have a set of dent tools, some entry-level beginning tools to start with. But yeah, you don't have to have anything. You can just sit in the luxury of your own home, in your pajamas, and watch me do dent work and tell corny jokes.
Okay.
So the jokes are free. The dent work is included in the price of admission.
So you're going to show how to straighten a body. What about, I want to jump back to the bow section, which receives a lot of damage. That's in the thumbnail that we used for this video. What about magnetic dent tools and dent balls? You mentioned that before.
Yes, we do. We have right back there. There they are. Trust us. The MDRS, which is the magnetic dent removal system. We do have that available at MusicMedic, and we do have some in the shop. And I will talk a little bit about that and where I use it, the applications, and how I use it as well.
Very cool. And then what about hand tools? Like, are there specific hand tools that you can use?
There are. If you need a little extra help, there are some hand tools that can give you hands here. We have, oh my goodness.
Sorry about that.
We have some burnishers. We have some dent hammers. You can see we have a large burnisher here, which is used for smoothing out rippled areas. We have small hand burnishers. You can see this one has a curved tip. This is also good to be used with the bell rim tool if you don't have a slide lock roller tool. But there it is. There's a hand burnisher. We also have dent hammers. Okay, there's metal headed ones, different shapes, flatter, some with a slight radius to it. I also have some that I really like using right here. And I will show you all these during the
So for each of these hand tools, there's also going to be a technique that you're going to also show with that. Very cool. Now, what about holding, setup?
Yep.
Are these things that are going to be discussed? Like, because not everybody has a vise. We have one that's has a certain way that we have it set up here.
That's right.
at
Heavy duty.
MusicMedic.
Yep.
Are you going to talk about that kind of stuff? What's going to happen? What's
Yes.
the deal?
Yes, I will. To answer all of your questions with one word, yes.
Okay.
No, I will talk about setup. Obviously, having a vise is key. I'll talk about the setup we have here at MusicMedic with our big vise, our pipe, mandrel holding, vise here, the pedestal that we have that I can actually raise and lower. I'll talk about all of the dent tools behind me, even more.
Okay.
So, yes.
And then the other question that I have, if there's any bonus time, because that's a lot of stuff that you are I mean, that's a lot of tools that you just went over.
Yeah.
What can we expect if there is bonus time?
Bonus time. So obviously it's dent work. So removing dents, straightening the body, removing dents from the the bow, the bell, the body tube. If we have bonus time, I may get into some neck fitting stuff, which is included. Obviously, it's body.
Yes.
The saxophone body. Okay. So I will maybe talk about some maybe shrinking, maybe some expanding.
Okay.
I may even talk about some tone hole work.
Oh, very cool. Okay,
Yes.
so because I know that we traditionally file, we as in this
Yes,
shop,
yes.
traditionally file tone holes with a drill and a circular file. But what about rolled tone holes?
What about them? What about rolled tone holes? Yes, I will talk about rolled tone holes, and I will talk about how to level them with very minimal filing, if any
Okay,
filing.
very cool.
And how I do that at the body work or dent work station.
Okay, so we talked about bonus time. I'm just looking at, hey, what's up, Ian? What's up, William? Good to see you guys.
Yes.
Will and I let me ask this one more time. Will there be live demos?
There will. Yes. You notice we didn't do a lot of live demos here. I did have a saxophone here, but there will be, for all of the tools that I talk about, I will do a live demo to show you my techniques on how I would use those tools. I will be providing tips and tricks, plenty of corny jokes as well,
Okay.
included for free. But yes, there will be plenty of live demos.
Very good. So if you're interested in this course, go to the MusicMedic.com education section. Sorry about that. MusicMedic.com education section. Sign up. This is the April 20th virtual dent course. This is going to start at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. You have until 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
You'll have until 5 p.m.
to sign
to
up
meet our
today
demands.
and take that saxophone dent hashtag. Put that in the comments below. That's going to get one winner besides LAKE a chance to win 15% off of the course admission tuition price. Now I did discount the tuition already, so if you
Double discount.
you will get a double discount, which is
man.
pretty awesome. So just send me an email to rich@musicmedic.com. Say, hey, I put the hashtag in the comments below because I'm going to look at it throughout the day. But about 4 o'clock, we're going to make a decision on a winner. And we will get you your discount code so you can get your link to the course. And don't forget, if you cannot be live for the course tomorrow, it is recorded and you'll be able to take it at your leisure, and you'll still be able to follow up. Whoop, drop my pen. You'll still be able to follow up with Ryan and ask him questions throughout at any point once you have the recording. So that's kind of a little bonus material there.
And the participants that are taking the course live, they will get a copy of that recording. And it is a cloud recording, and it's good for 30 days after the completion of the course. So if maybe, I don't know, you dozed off, I don't think it's going to happen, but it may. You'll actually get to read back, get a recording of that, so you can go back and review. And like what you said is, you get any kind of questions, you feel free to send those through.
Yeah. And then Ryan, just the last little bit, if there's anybody left who's interested or on the fence, if you are looking to get into repair, would this course be good for you?
Absolutely.
And if you are a professional technician, maybe specializing in string repair or high woodwinds like clarinet, would this be a good course to take?
Yes, definitely.
Okay, very good. Well, that kind of runs the gamut. Next week, we're going to be back with Ryan again, and we're going to have a little preview of our Nappert booth and all of the exclusive tools that we are just bringing to a Nappert.
Highly exclusive.
The Nappert conference, of course, is in Illinois next week, so you go to nappert.org and you can see who's going to be there. If you are interested in repair, you don't have to be a member of Nappert to attend the clinics there, but you do have to sign up and register for them. But we are going to have a set of new tools that we're going to be releasing just for Nappert members first, and they'll have a chance to get their hands on them, but you all will get to see them before we go next week. So if you have any other questions, put them in the comments below. Make sure you take Saxophone Dent and put that in the comments below. Like, share, subscribe, and
click the bell.
Click the bell. I think that's going to do it for now. Ian, I will see you next weekend in Nappert as well, and if you guys have anything else, feel free to contact us. Until next time, happy repairing.